Chapter 2 Fairy School. Teacher, Monsieur Pamplemousse. He likes detail writing, butterfly spotting, camping in the wilderness, and magic. 9 a.m. Lesson 1. Wand waving. 10:30 a.m. Break time. Coconut milk and organic cupcake. 11 a.m. Lesson 2. Dancing. 12:30 p.m. Lunchtime. Buttercup soup with acorn pancake. 2 p.m. Lesson 3. Flower garlands. 4 p.m. Home time. I felt a bit nervous the night before fairy school. I think Pink Rabbit does too. I can always tell when Pink Rabbit is nervous or excited because he fidgets all night. He fidgeted all night and I almost didn't sleep a wink. That's why I was very tired the next day when Mom came to get me up. Come on, Isadora, raise and shine, she said. It's time for fairy school. I just know you're going to love it. She led me downstairs for my morning bath. In the garden pond. Mom loved to bath in the pond among the little pads, and she thinks we should all do the same. It's so invigorating to be at one with nature. Personally, I prefer when Dad is in change of bath time. It is much less cold. When Dad is charge of bath time, he switches all the light off and lights lots of more candles. It is very atmospheric. Sometimes he makes shadow puppets dance across the wall for me too. That's my favorite kind of pastime. The fairy school was top of the hill covered in flowers. It looked like a giant cupcake with window and doors. Glitter puffed out from the giant shiny cherry on top. Doesn't it look wonderful, said Mom. Then she kissed me cheek and fluttered away. I stood looking at the school, holding Pink Rabbit's paws. He needed me to hold his paws because everything was so new and a bit scary. My teacher was called Monsieur Pamplemousse. He had pink hair that looks like the icing of pink fairy cake. Good morning, class, he said. Today, we are going to learn how to use a magic wand. I'd always wanted a wand of my very own. Suddenly, I knew fairy school was for me. After all, who doesn't want a glittery wand that can giant wish? We are going to make lovely things appear, said Monsieur Pamplemousse. All you need to do is want it and imagine. You should all be natured at it. He handed everyone a sparkly silver wand. At once, all the fairies began to wave their wands in the air. Nice things began to appear all over the classroom. Little kitten, giant ball of ice cream, stripy lollipop, twirling birthday cake, flashy squeezy lemonade. What shall we wish for, Pink Rabbit? I asked. Pink Rabbit bounced up and down beside me. Carrot cake, I said. What a good idea! I imagined a huge towering cake covered in creamy icing and decorated with little marzipan carrot. Whoosh! I waved my wand. A single carrot dropped out of the air and rolled across the floor. I frowned. That was not what I was imagining, I said. I closed my eyes and thought of the cake again. I could see it very clearly. I knew exactly what it was supposed to look like. It had 5 layers and a little marzipan rabbit on top of it. I waved my wand again. Whoosh! Still, no cake appeared. Instead, the carrot started to glow. It rolled around the floor, getting bigger and bigger and bigger all the time. Oh dear, I said to Pink Rabbit. I looked around for Monsieur Pamplemousse, but he was too busy tasting a fairy's cake over the other side of the room. The carrot was now huge. Stop glowing, I said to him. Stop! But the carrot did not stop. It kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Monsieur Pamplemousse, I called, but he didn't hear me over and excitedly chattered all over the fairies. I stared at that giant carrot. A few of the nearby fairies had noticed it now. They were pointing and laughing. It was embarrassing. Quickly, I pointed at my wand and the carrot once more. There was a whoosh and a shower of sparkles. Stop glowing, I thought, turn into a nice cake. The carrot stopped glowing, but it did not turn into a nice cake. Instead, it spun into the pair of black bat wings and began to flap itself into the air. Monsieur Pamplemousse! I shouted. Finally, he turned around, just in time to see a giant carrot zooming around the classroom, crashing from the walls to walls and destroying everything into the air. Carrot, cake, and lemonade exploded everywhere, splatting up the walls and splashing all over the floor. Take cover! Shouted Monsieur Pamplemousse immediately, leaping underneath his desk at the front of the class. All other fairies followed his lead, driving under their desk too. I crouched down under the mine and listened to that bang and crash going above my head. This is all my fault, I thought, reaching out of the Pink Rabbit's pouch. But Pink Rabbit's pouch was not there. And nor was Pink Rabbit. Where was he? I peered out under the desk, drew the lemonade rain and a shower of cake crumbs. My heart felt tight in my chest. What if he began squashed? But then I saw him. He was on the other side of the room, opening one of the big classroom windows. What a clever rabbit, I thought. The window shone open and a cool summery breeze blew into the room. The carrot stopped in the mid-air. It did a loop-the-loop. Then it pointed its nose towards the open window and rocketed out of the sky, chattering trails of cake crumbs and lollipop behind it. Everything went quiet for a second, and no one said anything. Then Monsieur Pamplemousse out of under his desk and smoothed down his suit. Come on, everyone, he said. Get out from under your desk. Honestly, fancy hiding under your desk because of the carrot. Then he said, Isadora, I'm afraid I don't think you quite have very skill for wand waving. Oh, well, I thought maybe I am completely a vampire after all. The next lesson was ballet. I have taken ballet lessons since I was 3, so I wouldn't worried about messing up this class. We all went to change our tutus. I love my ballet tutu. It is my second favorite thing after Pink Rabbit. It was as black as midnight with silvery stars and black glitter. It made me feel mystical and magical. Sometimes I wear this just for fun when I am home. I put on and then I noticed that all other fairy was staring at me. Oddly, so was Monsieur Pamplemousse. You can't wear that, they all said. It's black. But I like black, I said. Black is the color of the sky at night. Black is the mystical and magical color. And look how it sparkles. But it's black, said Monsieur Pamplemousse. We fairy wear pink ballet outfit. It's the rules. I was made to change out my tutu into a puffy pink one. It just wasn't the same. I found I tripped up on my pink tutu. I missed my steps and I came bottom of the class. I just didn't feel like my mystical, magical self. Oh dear, I said to Pink Rabbit. I think maybe I'm not a more vampire than I thought. For lunch, we had buttercup soup and acorn pancake. Yum, said all the fairy. We love acorn pancake and buttercup soup. They taste of trees and flowers. I wasn't sure I want my food to taste like trees and flowers, but I was very hungry, so I ate it all up. It wasn't too bad, but nowhere near as good as peanut butter on toast. The last lesson is a day was flower garlands making. It's almost midsummer, said Monsieur Pamplemousse, a very important event of the fairy calendar. We are going into the magic woodland behind the school and forage the branches and flowers to make our crowns. Then we will near them next week to dance round the bonfire. Ooh, said all the fairies. Yes, said Monsieur Pamplemousse. It's a wonderful way to close the nature. Off you go then. Shoes off, everyone. Everyone took off their shoes, and then we followed Monsieur Pamplemousse out of the school to Magic Woodland. Here we are, he said. Now go and forage. I really wanted to do a good job after an destroying magic wand and ballet lesson. I'll show them, I thought. I make the best crown they ever seen. I began to collect up the biggest and most beautiful flower I could find. Then I wove it some leaf it to wings. Pink Rabbit looked on approval. 5 minutes left, said Monsieur Pamplemousse. Then I will come and look at your done. I really wanted my clown to be the best. What else could I add it? Then I spot some brightly colored tools glowing into the ring nearby. This will look just like jewels, I said to Pink Rabbit. Quickly, I picked some and poked them into the crown. Beautiful! Look, Pink Rabbit, I'm the queen! But when Monsieur Pamplemousse saw that I had done, he was not pleased at all. Isadoramun, he said, you have just ruined the scared fairy ring. I blinked. Has no one ever told you, said Monsieur Pamplemousse, never, ever to pick up your tools from the fairy ring? Besides, they're all the pointless tools. I looked down at my hands and saw that they were covered in itchy red spots. Taking off that crown at once. You had better cook and get some magic cream from the school nurse, ordered Monsieur Pamplemousse. Hurriedly, I ripped the crown off my hand and threw out of the ground. I felt my eyes filling with tears. I didn't know, I said. I didn't know because I'm not a fairy. I'm a vampire. Then I turned round and I ran back towards the school and refused to say another world until Mom came to pick me up at home time. How was your day? Asked Mom when she saw me. Did you have a lovely time? Isn't fairy school just wonderful? And I said that no, it was not wonderful, and actually I didn't think I was fairy. I was just a vampire. Mom looked a bit disappointed. You're probably just tired, said Mom. I'm sure you'll feel different tomorrow. We went home and had breakfast with Dad. He was very pleased to hear that I was a vampire. I think so all along, he said as he slurped down his red juice. After breakfast, it was bedtime. I was so tired after my day at fairy school that I didn't even remember to brush my teeth. I just rocked down with Pink Rabbit under our stairway quad and fell straight asleep. When I woke up into the morning, the sun was steaming through my front window. Come on, Pink Rabbit, I said, poking out of the bed. It's vampire school tonight. I got dressed and then we whistled down the banister into the kitchen. Dad was just coming from his nighttime fly. He was yawning and looking tired. Mom was bushy, picking apples off the trees in his kitchen. She was turning them into the glass of apple juice with her wand. I sat down at my table and stared to butter on my toast. Are you looking forward to vampire school tonight? Asked Dad hopefully. Oh yes, I said. I think I'm going to like vampire school. Dad looked pleased. He yawned and looked at the clock on the wall. Well, then you had better go down to bed after breakfast, he said. You must sleep all through the day so that you're nice and fresh for evening. Just like I do. I stared at him. But I've just got out of the bed, I said astonishment. I'm not tired. Well, you will be tired at school if you don't sleep today, said Dad. Come on. Finish up your toast and go up to bed. So I finished up my toast but very slowly, and then I walked up into the stairs so to run very slowly, and then I got back in my pajamas very slowly, and then I sat on my bed with Pink Rabbit and I stared at the sun coming through the window. How the earth am supposed to get sleep now? It was a very bright day and the birds were twinkling loud outside. The children were being noisy too, on their way to school. After a few minutes, I got up and tired that block out of the lights was quiet. It didn't really work. Mom! I shouted down the stairs. Mom came hurry up. What's the matter? She asked. It's too light, I complained. Mom magicked the dark pair of curtains across my window. It's too loud, I said. I can't hear the birds. Mom magicked me a pair of earplugs. I'm thirsty, I said. Mom went to fetch me a glass of apple juice. I think I need to go to the bathroom. Well, you had better go, Dad, sighed Mom. By the time it was evening, I had not slept a wink, but I had drunk 13 glasses of apple juice and been to the bathroom too many times to count. Suddenly, I felt very tired. I could hardly keep my eyes open, nor could Pink Rabbit. We're very sleepy, I told Dad. Maybe we should just go to bed. Nonsense, said Dad. You've been asleep all day. Once you see how exciting vampire school is, you wouldn't want to go to bed.